Good ball. Welcome here to Yalumba Drive Reserve here in Powalawi for State League 1, Round 1, the final match of the round here between Pontian Eagles and Fulham United. Pontian Eagles' first ever match in State League 1. Very, very exciting for them and very, very exciting to be here. I'm your lead commentator, Seb O'Neill, joined by Front Page Football's Christian Marchetti. Christian, lovely to have you out here for this historic event for Pontian Eagles.
Great to be here, Seb. Good evening. Good evening to everyone listening in. And you're right, it's an historic night. Pontian, their first game in State League 1. And, yeah, interested, of course, to see how Fulham go as well, away from home in their first game. There's been some interesting results in State League 1 over the weekend. And these guys, all eyes on them tonight. And looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Absolutely. This game just a slightly delayed kickoff due to the reserves game just beforehand. 8:10, so not too far away, just 3 minutes until what is scheduled now. We'll go through the starting lineups for both sides, starting with the home side of Pontian Eagles. Number 2, Ross Hatzi. Number 7, Hyun Woo Shin. Number 8, Herman Vernwai. Number 10, Christwich Mutsigwa. Number 11, Alex Conte. Number 13, Shinoya Mizuno. Number 15, Nicola Groschi. Number 16, Jesse Rodney Kaiser. Number 19, Vasily Paniotis Karapaniotis. Number 20, Alexandros Katsagiannis. And number 23, in goal, Freeman Johnson, with head coach Jim Kratzis. The only real surprise there, Christian, is State League 2 Golden Boot winner Jeremiah Kashindi on the bench there.
Yes, Jeremiah Kashindi on the bench. Not too sure maybe what the reasoning is behind that. Maybe he's not fully fit just yet to start. That can happen, of course, in round 1 of the new season. Maybe some guys come back a little bit not quite up to scratch, ready for round 1. So that could be the case. Also, it is a handy, very, very handy goal scorer to have on the bench if this game is, level going into the dying stages of the match. Over
to Fulham United in goal, number 1 coming from Metro Stars, Alessio Ruggiero. Number 2, Francisco Greco. Number 4, Daniel Pritchard. Number 5, Michael Carmaccio. Number 6, Vincenzo Carbone. Number 9, Lucas Economopoulos. Number 12, Lawrence Galuccio. Number 14, Henry Filsell. Number 15, Cameron Dix. Number 16, Ethan Murphy. And number 20, Rocco Caruso, with head coach Robbie Saracino. A few young players within that squad, a few of Adelaide City and Metro Stars specifically. Yeah,
they've definitely, with their recruitment, Fulham over these last couple of seasons, they've brought in quite a few young players who were featuring, in the reserve sides or the under-18 sides at some of those NPL clubs. So interested to see how they go, particularly someone like Henry Filsell, who, when he was at Adelaide City, played some first-team games there as well. And they've also got some experience on the bench. Guys like Thomas Love, Evan Kunavelis, so a couple of game changers there for them as well.
As we said, a big night here for Pontian Eagles. Monday night football here in State League 1 in their first ever game in State League 1 here at Yalumba Dry Reserve. A redeveloped place. They've got a fence around the pitch now. It's quite a nice place here so far, and they've been very lovely to us.
Yes, they have. I've been enjoying this pita bread here before the game. They've also chucked some skewers in front of our face. It's great hospitality. And to be honest, for a Monday night, there's a pretty decent crowd out here tonight. Obviously, this is a big moment for the club, so no surprises that a lot of people are getting out and want to witness it.
Yeah, I've seen a few other clubs' shirts or various wear around the place as well. Just seeing what it's like here at Yalumba Drive. What do you expect from this game, Christian? General predictions, I suppose.
Yeah, well, I guess the biggest thing, for example, I was at Playford's game against Croydon yesterday. You're always interested with the promoted side, how they adjust to moving that level up. And I guess we're going to get a real sense of that probably in the first sort of 20, 30 minutes or so. Just seeing how Pontian are going to adjust and adapt playing at a higher level. And for Fulham, a real opportunity for them playing against a team who's new at this level to really lay down a marker and get their season off on the right foot.
Referees in the middle tonight. In the middle, Dion Turner. Assistant referees Chun Kit Chow and Samuel McLeod Banwell. Players now coming out onto the field of play. Big occasion, as we said, for Pontian Eagles. Fulham United want to get their season off to a good start as well. Of course, as you said about newly promoted sides, we did see Cove get beaten quite convincingly by Sturt on the weekend. I assume Pontian won't want anything similar happening to them.
Yeah, well, I guess usually in these situations when you have a couple of promoted sides who are maybe new to a new division, you see maybe one of them tend to struggle a little bit with that adjustment, and maybe the other one adapts a little bit quicker. So who knows? Maybe that's Pontian. Let's see. I mean, it's the other thing for them is they get to play at home first, which I think is a really big thing. I think as a promoted side, you get to play in front of your own supporters, and like we mentioned before, good atmosphere here tonight that they can feed off as well.
Monday night football here at Yalumba Drive Reserve in Paralawi. Both sides just getting in their huddles. Fulham United in their quite nicely coloured blue away strip tonight.
Yes, I really like that strip. We were watching. We were watching a little bit at the end of the reserves game, and just from a distance, I was like, "Yeah, that's a nice kit."
And Pontian Eagles, of course, in their yellow and black striped kit. Their colours synonymous with their club. Decent crowd building here as well, as we said earlier. Mainly on our side of the pitch. We've got the club rooms right behind us as well, which are coming up with a great smell, I must say, as well.
Yep. We've got some food going on in there. So I was here when they beat Mobry Vista to earn promotion, Pontian. It was a cracking atmosphere that day. So, yeah, they've experienced some real highs, this club of late.
Both sides now in their huddles, just preparing to get this match underway. Looks like they'll be switching sides as well. Pontian will be going from right to left, Fulham left to right. About to get underway. It'll be Fulham United to take kickoff. And it's underway for the final match of the round in State League 1. Header going out of play. The way of Pontian Eagles. Groschi to take the throw. Shin with the ball, just getting dispossessed. And going out of play. Ball on that far right-hand side. Pontian looking to try and attack early. Still in possession of the ball, going out of play though. Will be their throw. Taken by Herman Vernwhite. Might look to even go long. Very long throw, very impressive. Header in, off the post. And an early chance for Pontian Eagles.
Well, what a start that would have been for life in State League 1 for Pontian Eagles. And you're right, Seb, they go for the direct route on the throw-in. It's a fantastic throw. And the header just coming off the outside of the post there. Great start for Pontian.
Alessio Ruggiero on the ball now, just putting it forward. Formerly of Metro Stars. Header goes back to Freeman Johnson in goal. Looks for the long throw. Throw in. Still with Pontian Eagles. Throw in a come.
Another long throw.
Groschi looking long, headed away. Just reaching the edge of the box. Still in the possession of Pontian. Goes back to Hatzi. On that far side now with Mizuno. Ball over the top. Hyunwoo Chin. Looking for the ball in, unable to get it too clear. And that one going over the fence and out of play.
Well, I think Jim Karatis will be delighted with the way this opening few minutes has gone for his team. Immediately getting on the front foot. Quite a few final third entries too. It's a good start.
Throw-in goes short for Fulham. And all the way back. Fulham just trying to look and build their attack, and here they go forward through Henry Filsell. Has to go against Groschi, who wins out that time, plays it. Back to Johnson. Pontian happy to just hold it at the back for the time being. Already have had the only opportunity of the match. Freeman Johnson happy to just have the ball at his feet for those few moments more as Pontian look to go forward once again. Karapaniotis unable to get on the end of that one, goes out for a throw.
Well, Freeman Johnson living a little bit dangerously there, but in the end of the day, it's ended up in another opportunity here for Pontian to get the ball into the mixer, as they say.
Looks like it'll be another throw for Nicola Groschi. Going long again. It's not a bad throw. It's in there. Just needs a hit. Only cleared away by Daniel Pritchard. Still with the ball. Pontian headed away now again. Ball comes in. Looking for the flicked on header. Couldn't work it out now. Here's Greco. Ball over the top on that left wing. Still with the ball. Might just look to get a strike off. Instead takes the unselfish route. Still with the ball though, Fulham.
Well, slight opening there for Fulham. They couldn't capitalise.
And there's a poor pass as well that lets Pontian do the same for themselves. Here they go forward. Ball goes wide. Groschi, low ball in. Intercepted well and cleared away. Greco trying to drive the ball forward, even with the pressure. It's a good ball forward, looking for Economopoulos. Has no one to cut it back to yet. The cross just overdone. Goes all the way out for a throw-in.
Well, that was a fantastic ball and run from Francisco Greco to set up that half chance for Fulham. Economopoulos just overcooking the cross. I think Pontian have definitely had the better of the opening stages, but Fulham are carrying a little bit of a threat in transition. Quite an open game to start the set.
And here they go again forward, driving down that right wing, but the touch is just too much to get on the end of. Goal kick for Fulham United. Ball going forward here for Fulham. Looking for the ball and intercepted well, and Pontian only dealing with for the time being, looking for a second opportunity. Freeman Johnson able to collect.
Well, very direct approach there from Fulham. Ruggiero just able to drive out with the ball, and then he just bombs it long, little flick on.
Good ball. Shin.
Space here.
Has a bit of space to run into, has an overlapping player. Does use him. Can he get to it? He does. Takes it out of play, though, for the goal kick.
It's good defending by Pritchard there. See the ball out. Probably isn't the widest pitch, this one. And you're probably seeing so far that a lot of these attacks are coming quite in the central areas. Very direct approach from both teams.
Throw and go short. And then put long down this close side. Still with the ball, though, Vern White. Tight control on the ball. They keep it with the throw.
Yeah, Karapaniotis. Been a bit of a nuisance early on. Throwing himself into some 50-50s. Trying to cause some headaches for these Fulham centre-backs.
Ball just launched long by Ruggiero. Touchdown by Phil Sell. Still manages to keep it with his feet. And now here's Greco as they mount an attack forward. The ball through to no one in particular. Oh. Both of those two mistakes from Pontian there leave Fulham still with the ball. And thankfully for Pontian, they finally regain it back. Back to Freeman Johnson. Happy to go short and play it that little bit risky.
I do really like how comfortable Pontian are to play out from the back and take that risk. And Freeman Johnson does look really comfortable and assured to do that. Just a moment ago there with Greco, he did have a play on his outside, making a really good run down the left-hand side, opted to play the killer pass in behind. A little bit overhit. Fulham maybe just lacking that little bit of composure on the final pass.
Freeman Johnson already getting plenty of time on the ball. And so far, you'd say Pontian have been a real threat going forward.
Yeah, I think Pontian have controlled possession more. And will probably be happier with the way the game's going, but has been a couple times they have left themselves a little bit exposed defensively. Main thing so far is neither goalkeeper's really been worked, though.
It's a hard pass all the way back there, but again, Freeman Johnson happy to almost be the conductor from the back. Oh, poor pass. Leaves it right there. Ball comes in, just needs a hit. And Johnson just gets his hand to it.
Well, I was saying a moment ago how I admired how Pontian liked to play out from the back, but then you can get caught overplaying at times. And I think Vern White there trying to be a little bit too cute, although when it pays off, you get chances like this.
Pontian now on that far side. Still with the ball. Pass intercepted, though. And now it's Fulham's turn to get forward. Galuccio. That far left side. Going out of play.
Good tracking back there. I think it's Alex Conte. Which is Fulham there as well. we said Pontian probably overplaying, but I think Fulham did a great job of holding their shape and then just picking the right moment to press and to go.
Ball comes in. Miss at the first instance.
Yeah, I think Economopoulos would have liked to have that one over again as well. Just didn't quite connect with the ball as he would have liked.
Pro Fulham only goes to Pontian. They regain possession and then almost lose it back again immediately. Ball comes forward. Possession lost and then regained once again. Pontian down that right wing, looking to be a threat. Ball goes forward, intercepted by Pritchard. And now Camacho having to deal with, unable to initially. Ball just delivered into the middle. No one there for Pontian.
Karapaniotis, once again, causing some issues down the right-hand side there for Fulham. He doesn't stay central. He likes to drift wider into those channels to receive the ball. Another long throw.
These long throws are looking to be a real threat. Headed in. And was less threatening than it looked.
Well, you're right about the long throws being a real threat. That's probably 4 that we've seen now, and on 3 of them, Pontian have got first contact. So I think Robbie Saraceno won't be too happy with the way his team are defending those.
Ruggiero just playing it riskily forward. And I think Fulham got a little bit lucky with the bounce there.
Now Fulham's turn to overplay a little bit.
Shouts of a foul and heated.
Cameron Dix there, a little bit late. Yep. Alessio Ruggiero. Bit of a hospital pass.
It's a decent free kick position for Pontian, but at this point, you'd think they would almost rather a throw in.
Well, yeah, well, you assume when you see a team that has that kind of long throw in them, you assume that they do a lot of work probably on set pieces. So even on free kicks, you think Pontian have got something planned here. Let's see. Usually the delivery will tell us what they're planning here.
Set piece to come for Pontian. 2-man wall for Fulham. In swinging ball, delivered in. Only headed downwards, nothing too clear cut though for Fulham. Now finally a little bit of breathing space through Francesco Greco. Puts the ball forward, it's not bad. Henry Filsell now has to battle against Conte and committing a foul as well. And it's just a yellow card.
Yep. It's just late there. Alex Conte. Great ball by Greco. Again, he played the ball earlier, about 5 or so minutes ago, to release Economopoulos down that right-hand side. This time he does it for Filsell, and he's just too quick. On that occasion, does the right thing, knocks the ball forward, and takes the contact. That's one of those ones where, because he's out wide, it's obviously a yellow card. Obviously, if that tackle was made centrally, then we're probably looking at Dogso. Denial of a goal-scoring opportunity.
I must say, with the lighting, I couldn't actually initially see what the colour of the card was, and I thought it was red for a second.
I was thinking the same thing.
But I could gauge by the reaction that it wasn't a red card.
I think we would have heard a lot more from this crowd on our near side here.
Set piece for Fulham United now. Ball comes in. Johnson elects to punch and just goes back out for a throw.
Yep, safety first. If you don't feel comfortable claiming it, send it back from where it came.
Throw-in comes. Only headed away. Good turn on the ball. Looking to go forward again. Here's Shin. Goes central. No one's there, though.
Yeah, I think Shin just trying to go for that killer pass a little bit too early there. You could make an argument that if Conte read the pass and he was a bit more alert, he could have made the run, but to complete a pass like that is very difficult. But I really do like how both teams are being quite proactive on the ball.
It's quite an open game, really.
Yeah, you're not seeing either team actually look to maintain the possession or play sideways. They want to go forward and they want to do it quickly.
Ruggiero with the goal kick gets it to the halfway line. A few complaints being made, none heeded though, as Pontian put the ball down on the left-hand side, just going out though. Throw in. Vern White. Groshy. Cycled back to Vern White, still with the ball now. Doesn't have too many options, just going himself for the time being. Puts in a ball. It's not bad. Good turn. Here's Metsigwa. Shin. Metsigwa again. And Fulham regain possession. Francisco Greco. Just to the halfway line, putting a ball down the left-hand side. And a good challenge coming in there, just preventing that quick ball forward.
Yep, excellent challenge by Mizuno. Vern White did a brilliant job here down this left-hand side a moment ago to keep that attack alive for Pontian. And Greco, you feel like Greco is really that linchpin, that creative outlet for Fulham to just unlock this Pontian defence. All it takes is one pass.
Johnson hasn't had the ball in a little bit. Ball put through the middle. Again, down that right-hand side. That ball going straight out of play, though, from Ruggiero.
Yeah, and just saw Robbie Saraceno signaling to his goalkeeper to just calm it down. No need to spray a ball like that out to his fullback. Probably just wants his team to play it short. Play out from the back. As I said, just on Pontian, you know, obviously in State League 2, they played quite an attacking brand of football. They scored a lot of goals. And Jim Karatzis, of course, has experience on Metro Stars' coaching staff before he came here. He's tried to bring across that sort of possession-based philosophy. And what's been really pleasing, I think, for them is playing at a higher level, but they've really tried to play the same way. Haven't adjusted their approach at all. It's been good to see.
Referee Dion Turner just sorting out any pushing and shoving as Vern White again looking for the long throw, headed only away. And then Pontian just taking it back so they can go forward again. Cross comes in over the bar.
Well, for a moment. That cross. Just on Pontian as well, the style, it's somewhat amusing that they're a team that wants to play with the ball, play short, but then they'll also throw in the odd long throw and the more direct approach in there as well.
They've been quite fun to watch, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Will that pass make it? No. Shin. Looking for an option. Good ball taken past one, not against the other corner.
Excellent work there. Great little touch to get past the defender.
Corner though for Pontian.
Haven't seen too many corners. Seen a couple of free kicks, but
and long throws.
and plenty of long throws.
Just over 22 minutes in. Pontian, though, so far looking the more dangerous of the two sides. See what they can do from this corner kick. Ball comes in swinging at the back post. Only palmed away, but there's been a foul in the process.
Yeah, it's good goalkeeping by Rogerio. Stood his ground. Goalkeeper's always going to get protection from the referee in that scenario. Yeah, you mentioned there, Seb, that Fulham probably have had the better of it in terms of control of the game, but in terms of chances, outside of that early header that hit the post, I think that was Conte, hasn't been too much for the goalkeepers to really deal with in this first half.
Ruggiero, right idea, but just losing the ball. Shin getting dispossessed. Trying to look for that killer ball over the top. It's not bad. Just was a little bit too low in the end. No foul, says the referee. Greco with the ball for Fulham. Again, looking for that ball down the left-hand side. And well taken back there. Freeman Johnson just putting forward. Shin trying to flick on the header, unable to cleanly enough. Headed upwards. And then again, headed downwards that time, and then Pontian with the ball back on the floor. Loses the ball there. Good challenge in, completely clean as well. Here's Shin with the ball in midfield.
That's what we call pinball, what just happened there a moment ago in midfield.
Ball comes in, and just straight out. Corner though. So far it looks like they're, Pontian at least, most likely going to score from some sort of set piece, you'd imagine.
Well, to use, I guess, a rugby term, that they've had a lot of territory, Pontian. They've had probably more time in Fulham's half than Fulham have had in theirs. So they just haven't been able to really turn it into clear-cut chances on goal, outside of probably those throw-ins that have looked really dangerous.
Corner comes. Front post, headed again, once only upwards. Can they recycle it back into the box? Needs to keep the ball. Takes out a play. Fulham throw.
Good work there by Ethan Murphy. Just stood his ground. Those situations, if you jump in too early, if you go and win the ball, you can get the ball just pushed past you and you're out of the game.
Konomopoulos just putting a ball over himself to no teammate in particular. Johnson roaming far out of his box. Here's the ball through, offside. But Freeman Johnson almost playing as like an extra defender almost, a sweeper even.
Look, I love it personally. I'm a really big fan of goalkeepers who play like that. I'm sure some of the Pontian faithful that are to our right are very nervy when he comes out like that, but it's how they want to play. You can see it. And if it's going to get them results in the long term, then why wouldn't you persist with that style?
Vern White. Keza. Vern White just stuck with the ball. And Fulham back with it in their back line. Just plays the ball out of play, as they also have a man down at the moment.
It looks like they might be making a substitution here, Fulham too.
Not what they want.
I think it's Lawrence Galuccio, sorry, who's down. Looks like both teams going to take the opportunity to regroup, get some instructions.
Well, I must say, what an open and exciting game we've had so far. Pontian's been very happy to just really play with almost complete freedom, I think. From all the way to the back, you've seen Freeman Johnson play the almost extra outfield player, and just the way they attack as well.
Well, I think, you know, we don't obviously know what Robbie Saraceno's plan is kind of out of possession, but I think a couple of those times when Freeman is on the ball there, he just feels like he maybe has too much time to assess his options. I'm wondering if maybe one of the instructions here might be to just kind of increase the pressure a little bit, maybe step forward a little bit earlier as a team, force an error if they can. But in saying that, I mean, Freeman Johnson looks very comfortable at this level with the ball at his feet, which is great to see. I think Jim Krasas will be very happy that his goalkeeper has been able to do that so far. And I mean, we're 25 minutes in, and it's been, for a 0-0 game, you're right, it has been pretty good. Pretty exciting. Just without maybe the big, clear-cut chances. You can also get that with round one a little bit too. Teams still feeling each other out. Still not fully sort of up to speed with their patterns of play, their styles.
I also feel like when you get to those, I guess all around the world, when you get to those sort of second and third divisions, the sort of results you get all around the place are a bit more crazier as well, I think you see as well, compared to top divisions all around the world, really.
You know, this is quite an open game right now without the goals, but maybe in the second half we're going to see, you know, those chances being created, particularly probably from a Pontian perspective. We'll feel that they could be doing more with the possession that they've had.
Ruggiero nearly just losing the ball underneath his own feet and just electing to just put it straight out for a throw instead of potentially losing the ball.
Yeah, it's the second time that's happened in this first half. Ruggiero under a little bit of pressure, taking no chances. I think that's a win for Pontian when that happens. And here comes another Rory Delap.
This time it's Vern White. Puts it in long. Held comfortably by Ruggiero.
It's a couple of times Ruggiero has been really strong protecting his 6-yard area. It's a really good claim, that.
Ball goes long. Fulham attacking forward now. Ball comes in. It's a good touch and put wide. One of their better opportunities of the match so far.
Definitely. Of course, they had that one with Economopoulos earlier on where he didn't quite connect on the strike, and similarly Luke Fusco, not connecting there. Fusco, of course, replacing Lawrence Galuccio during that little timeout, I guess, that we had before. That was good. I think it was Caruso who got forward. Good cutback. It's a tough finish. And that's kind of the tough thing for Pontian, right, is you've had a lot of the ball. You've been able to play in Fulham's half a bit, but without the reward, there's always that danger of Fulham, of course, going up the other end and just converting one opportunity.
Fulham have the throw. And luckily they've been able to get through this time round. Just need the cut back. Unlucky again. Fulham still with the ball. The strike deflected off. Again, once just bouncing about. No one able to really keep control. Fulham have a man down. Good touchdown there by Phil Sell. And Pontian's back with the ball.
Vincenzo Carbone, who's down.
He's still down on the pitch as now Pontian's attack once again. Lovely footwork to get through. This is quite brilliant. Good challenge in there from Fusco. Just needs to have the strike. Nothing too clear-cut. Possible foul there. Into the box now. Fulham still have that player down. And Ruggiero will capture. As now play will be stopped for him to receive treatment.
I'm a little bit surprised. Maybe play wasn't stopped earlier. Does look like, though, it's not a head injury. It looks like he's just been winded by the ball here. Vincenzo Carbone. or carbone, if you want me to put my Italian
Italian
pizzazz on it.
Could just do the rest of the game in an Italian accent. Might get
in trouble for that. One thing for Pontian, they probably haven't been able to do. We just saw that run, and you were saying in the commentary how brilliant that was from Alex Conte. But in Conte and Keza, they've got speed and trickery, but they haven't really been able to get them in those 1v1 situations out wide. So that's probably going to be a focus area for Jim Karatzas at halftime. Still, about 15 minutes though to play in this first half.
Of course, has to come off due to there being no booking, but will pretty much come on almost immediately anyway.
It's a funny little rule, that one, isn't it?
And returning back to play now as well. Ball put wide. Pontian's on the attack once again. Again, some lovely footwork. Needs the ball in. It's not bad. Again, pinballing about, as we spoke about earlier, pretty constant in this game. At points, neither side just really able to have a clean hold on the ball.
Definitely. Pontian probably more so, but you're right. It has become a little bit frenetic and chaotic this last sort of 10 minutes. But we were just mentioning about Conte and Keza. Conte getting another opportunity there to run at his opposite fullback. Got a good ball in there too. So the more they can increase those sorts of opportunities in the wide areas to get some quality into the box, they're going to feel pretty good about where they're standing in this game.
From Fulham, taking quickly. Losing possession, no. Out wide again. Lovely work. Cross comes in. Easily headed away. Pontians have that real dynamism going forward at the moment.
They're exciting players to watch that they've got in those wide areas. And Conte again, you know, I think he feels that he's probably got the speed on his opposite number. He feels like he can go forward and take on his man 1v1. Slowly influencing the game now.
Header over the top, needs to go all the way back to Ruggiero in goal. And a late foul just being called. Nothing more than just a talking to, though, it looks like.
6 and 1.5 dozen of the other, as they say. Little talking to. Let's get on with the game.
Come on,
10 minutes left of the half. No goals as of yet. Being close, though. Ruggiero with the free kick. Again, going long. Just falls over quite a... Again, happy to just let it roll out for the goal kick.
Yeah, Fulham a lot more content to just knock it long on the goal kicks, try and win the second ball. It is an old cliche, but when you are at 0-0, close to half-time, the first goal really does change the game.
Goal kick. Launched long. Losing possession, no. Fusco. Fusco back with it now. And here Pontian's attack. Keza. Looking to take on his man. Trying to claim a foul, possibly even a penalty, but Dion Turner seeing absolutely nothing in it.
Yeah, if there was contact, I think it probably started outside the box. But again, that's just... Honestly, it's really good defending by Cameron Dix there. He's done that quite a few times in this first half. One player, I think, for Fulham that I'd like to see get on the ball a little bit more and get more involved is Henry Filsell. We saw earlier on in the game him earn that yellow card. Well, earn the yellow card for Alex Conte. My bad. And just his speed, his dynamism. We've seen it with the Pontian wingers. Haven't really seen it from Fulham in attack. Maybe here.
Just being pulled back there, and it will be a foul and a free kick there.
Now, a tackle like that, you could make an argument is worthy of a yellow. I mean, Ethan Murphy there, if he doesn't brought down, he's probably playing the ball out wide, and Fulham have an opportunity to get the ball in the box. But either way, they've got an opportunity to put in a dangerous set piece.
In swinging ball, looking at the back post. Johnson, I can only palm over on the bar and out for a corner.
Well, a little bit of wind swirling around. Maybe it just caught that free kick there. Freeman Johnson taking no chances. Seemed like he had it covered. You feel like a Fulham goal would really be massive, wouldn't it? Because I think by their standards, they probably haven't played to the level that they're capable of. So if you're able to jag a lead, it's massive.
Corner kick comes in. Out swinging, needs some sort of hit. And again, just wide. They'll get another corner out of it, though.
Oh, Economopoulos. Another big chance for Fulham at the back post there. Freeman Johnson that time not as convincing when he came out to the ball. I'm not too sure who it was for Pontian, but looked to make a fantastic block.
They'll look to try once more from the corner. In swing ball again. Taken low and not as cleanly. They'll get a second go, though.
Well, succession of set pieces. This is the first time I've really seen Fulham put some serious pressure on the Pontian. They go short.
Ball comes in. The back post was completely free. If he could have just gotten a touch, might have had a clear shot at goal. Here they go again, though. Ball comes in. Back post. Headed away from goal. Losing possession. Claiming a handball, but offside.
Well, if Fulham's kryptonite a little bit has been those long throws, Pontian's have been corners a little bit. Those corners there causing some serious issues in the Pontian penalty area. Just that last one there, all it needed was a touch towards goal.
Johnson puts it out wide. Looking for the long ball forward. Just letting it hold up for him there, but puts himself in a slight bit of danger. Late call of a foul there. Just at the semicircle. Here goes Fulham again. Challenge comes in. Fulham attacking again. Here goes Pontians again. Out on this left wing. Won't stay in play though. And it looks like Evan Kunavelis has snuck onto the pitch at some point.
So I think before when I said it was Luke Fusco, it was actually Evan Kunavelis who came on for Lawrence Galusha. There's a bit of tension here.
Dion Turner just sorting out the situation and whatever happened there.
Well, there was a moment earlier in the half, wasn't there, when ball went back to Ruggiero and Dix thought that he was pushed late by Keza. This time it was a bit more forceful. Just coming in late. After the ball's already gone. It's not nice, those tackles. But yeah, just to confirm for the viewers, that was Evan Cunavelis who came on for Lawrence Galuccio before. Luke Fusco still on the bench. We got there.
My handwriting doesn't help myself sometimes.
It's better than mine.
True.
And if I can read mine, I can read yours.
Fair enough. Fulham free kick. Pontian's now on 2 yellow cards for the match. Claiming another foul there.
I think Robbie Saraceno will be pretty pleased with how Fulham have closed this first half. Probably unlucky not to get a goal in this last 5 minutes or so.
Yep, not long left till the half. Late challenge in there from Ethan Murphy. Nothing more though.
Just a bit more intent for what they're doing now. And the other thing too, particularly in these games where the ball can be quite chaotic and there's a lot of pinball happening, it just comes down to winning duels, being first to the ball.
Back to Freeman Johnson. Risky ball. Lucky that they can get it back to Freeman Johnson, who himself takes a risky touch and launches the ball into his side's own technical area.
But that's a much better press from Fulham there. They were happy for Freeman Johnson and Pontian to keep it a little bit, and then as soon as that ball went back again, that was the trigger, and they went, and they forced the long ball and the throw-in.
Playing some risky football there.
Yeah. No, pressure's definitely increased. I wonder if there were some stern words there during that little break that we had for Galuccio's injury before.
Ball thrown in. Just needs some sort of cut back. And is put at the back post, but no Fulham players there to reciprocate. Pontian's throw.
Cameron Dix has done a pretty good job defensively in this first half of Fulham. Haven't seen him be beaten really once in this first half.
Shouting for a handball, but I think definitely hit his chest. And here's a clean ball through. Economopoulos against Johnson. Nearly hits us, Christian, that ball.
It did.
I had my arm up and ready, just in case I had to punch away.
Well, I think Economopoulos might have just been onside there. And that's excellent sweeping by Freeman Johnson. A bit more afters here.
He has got to be careful here, of course. Already on a booking is Kaiser.
Yeah, you know, just before when we had this flashpoint just in front of us here, I could hear the Pontian players just telling Keza, you know, back off. Keep to yourself.
Conte trying to win the ball off there, unable to. Fulham back with it. Late challenge in there. Advantage given, but won't come to anything as we enter additional time. Out of play.
Bit of spice as well in the first half. Nothing wrong with that. As long as we don't have people getting sent off the pitch left, right and centre. But seems like there's just a little bit of competitiveness between the players, which is always good.
Ball goes out of play again as we enter the second minute of additional time. We still play here. Either side looking for a late goal in the half. Here come Fulham. Gets through quite nicely there. Perhaps a late foul. Ball looking to go through, but one back by Pontian as they just launch forward again. All the way back to Ruggiero, who in turn launches forward himself. Fulham. Here comes the ball in. Only over, though.
Yeah, that cross there kind of sums up the end product that we've seen from both sides in this first half. Just hasn't been good enough to create the opening goal.
Goal kick going short for Pontians there. And Freeman Johnson. Ball over the top. Sees just the pullback there by Karapaniotis. Into the 3rd minute now of additional time. Imagine this will be one of the last actions of the half. Ball goes long. Pontian win it back. Trying to get the ball past, still in there in possession. And that's the halftime whistle. 0-0 at the half. What have you made of it, Christian?
Yeah, it's been a pretty even game. I think Pontian had the better of the first 30 minutes without really creating too much, and then Fulham had a couple of big chances in the last 15, and they finished the half really strong. It's an old cliche, Seb, but the first goal is really going to change this game, I think. So let's see what we see from these two sides in the second half.
Absolutely, a very entertaining half so far. We'll be back with you soon, about 15 minutes time. Halftime here at Yalumba Drive Reserve in round 1 of State League 1 between Pontian Eagles and Fulham United. Halftime score, Pontian Eagles 0, Fulham United 0. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming soon.
Looking at the group, we've started really well. We've got some quality players. I think there's no reason why we can't play finals.
It'd be good to come back where I started.
It's a big unknown this season, and that's kind of what makes football exciting. My name's Anthony Taylor, and I'm wherever Shirty wants me, but usually in the centre mid or up front. Vibes around the club are always high. When you're with a good bunch of boys like this, it's hard to not get around high ambitions and high expectations.
Miss the club. It has a good atmosphere, good family-friendly vibes about it. A lot of family within the club as well.
Long-standing club in the amateur league. Big junior setup as well. So I think it's a really exciting time to come across, be a part of that that foundation season.
Off the field, we're all relatively close. On the field, we're working hard to gain that goal and stamp our authority as that northern club that wants to take that next step.
Yeah, we can't wait to get started, mate. Come round 1, we'll be ready to go.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City. Welcome back here to Yolumba Drive. Reserve 0-0 at half-time here between Pontian Eagles and Fulham United. I'm Seb O'Neill, and it's been a very entertaining first half. But what do we expect in the second half, Christian Market?
Well, it's been played at a really good tempo, and I think both teams have really looked to play forward and be positive. But in saying that, we haven't got the half-time stats, and we've actually only seen 2 shots on target in this game. So it's hard to describe it as an entertaining game with those sorts of stats. I mean, Pontians have not had a shot on target so far. So for all their kind of maybe territorial / possession sort of dominance, they haven't turned it into chances. So that's probably been the focus from Jim Karasis at halftime.
Both sides just getting ready to restart the half. We saw at halftime Jeremiah Kashindi just warming up. And it will be Pontians to get us underway. Back for the second half. As we just wait for the shoelaces to be tied. And Pontian just setting up for...
Didn't Kashindi have 15 minutes to do up his laces?
Pontian for this kickoff have...
They are doing, so they're wearing also, obviously they wear the black and yellow kit. This is a Wellington Phoenix. Wellington Phoenix do this in the A-League. It's kind of like a rugby-like kickoff attempt.
Freeman Johnson, will go long. Won't get it to a teammate though. Still almost maintaining possession. But they've still managed to keep the ball forward though. Mildly successful, you could say.
Exactly. It's all about territory. It is a rugby-themed kickoff, so...
I'll say Wellington Phoenix is more of it's a flick up and kick, isn't it?
Yes, that is true. That is true, yeah.
That's probably the only real difference.
I mean, look at their kits. I mean, basically it's Wellington Phoenix, so...
Both birds.
Yep.
Throwing comes in. Long throw. Only headed outwards.
Both struggling to get shots on target in games.
Here go Fulham forward. A bit of clean air to run into. Could be an early goal. Here's Economopoulos. And just dispossessed very, very well there. Good challenge.
Yep. Shin tracking all the way back. Not Shin, sorry, it was Mizuno. My bad. Tracking all the way back. And that was a really good chance in transition. Pontian's very open. And yeah, Economopoulos, he's had a couple of good looks at it in this game. And I think he just tried to quickly cut back inside on his right and then shoot. But obviously, Mizuno did a really good job tracking back and preventing that.
Ball just bouncing about in midfield. Fulham, though, able to get the possession from it. Ball with the back line. Going wide. Here is Conte.
Yeah, took a very, very minor touch, I think, off Rocco Caruso's stud.
Mizuno to take this throw. Throws forward. Conte has to battle against 2 in that corner. Just needs to get himself out of it as well. Stuck there, nearly able to get past, but still would have had another man to deal with. Fulham go forward now. Economopoulos. already looking to try and involve himself a little bit more in this half than he did the first.
Well, already there's been about 3 occasions for Fulham where they've been able to get someone on the ball centrally with time and space in transition to start a counter-attack. So that's a little bit worrying for Pontians. I think Robbie Saraceno will be pretty happy with how his side has started this second half, even if it is only 3 minutes.
Camacho going back to Ruggiero. In turn, he goes forward to the wide right. Ball looking to come in, needing to prevent a corner. And in turn, winning a goal kick. Well done.
Did really well there, Groschi. Stood his ground and intelligently just played it off Phil Cell.
Just losing the ball momentarily. Pontian's back with it. Ball going forward, looking for Conte. Ruggiero having to come off his line and just play sweeper keeper. Headed away. Now with Matsigua. Vern White. Matsigua losing the ball out. Pontian's back with it out wide. Ball just played in front, cleared away by Henry Filsell.
That was a great ball by Vern White, just to open up the pitch. I think one thing that's important to note here in terms of substitutions, both teams have already used one, so why not see the second sort of changes until a little bit later in the half.
Fulham's being a forced substitution as well for them. As Pontian look for the long throw in the box, but going out for a goal kick. Ball launched forward. Economopoulos with a touchdown. Takes him just wide and loses the ball, but retains it with a throw. Short throw. Played back short as the cross comes in. Freeman Johnson able to catch it easily. Ball just moving past Hyunwoo Shin. And now Fulham taking the ball out of play.
Yep, so we said for most of that first half that Pontians were able to play in Fulham's half. But Fulham just having a little bit more joy keeping the ball in their attacking half now.
Out for another throw.
But again, that's been the question for both these teams all game. It's got to lead to quality at the end of it.
Can Fulham perhaps try and provide some here? They lose the ball though. Conte. Shin. Touched off to Matsigua. He goes wide. Ball nearly just collapsing. Shin battling for the ball, losing out. Fulham back with it through Kunovelis. Now Fulham down on that right side. The ball in has to be a good one. Takes on his man. And unable to just get anything clear cut off. Alice Conte's turn. Takes himself slightly wide with the touch. There's a little bit of a bobble there on that side of the pitch as well, as you might have just seen.
Good defending by Michael Camacho. Just a brief moment there where the game became stretched again. We saw that for moments in the first half.
Foul by Kishindi there.
I think Kishindi's happy that that was called a foul because that attempt has almost gone out for a throw-in. a moment ago, though, that was a really good opening for Vincenzo Carbone. He's just a little bit indecisive. Tried to take it inside, dispossessed.
Alessio Ruggiero with the free kick from the offside, from the foul, sorry. Touchdown. Kishindi. Just dropping with the ball and then spreading the ball back out wide.
That's excellent by Kishindi.
Mizuno, he goes wide to Conte. Pontian wanting to create something. Here comes the ball in. Cleared away by Murphy. Battling for the ball there. Carbone. Cunevelis. Switching the ball out wide. Henry Filsell just looking to get on the end of it, couldn't do so. Murphy wins the ball back from within the air. Pritchard.
You know, one thing about that change from Fulham in the first half, where they had to bring on Cunevelis for Lawrence Galuccio's, hold on a second, well defended.
Continue.
Was that it meant that Francisco Greco actually had to drop a bit deeper, more of a holding midfielder. So they've lost that kind of ability to find him in these more advanced areas. He had some joy early on in the game, getting the ball in between the lines and turning.
Free kick from a late challenge on Greco from Mutsigwa. They'll go back. Short pass played to Camacho, who just looks for the long ball forward. Freeman Johnson, though, should be able to collect and does so.
Does, despite a little hiccup. Almost lost control of it, but...
Johnson
nice
with
throw.
a long throw.
No.
But losing possession with it. Down this left wing now. Ball comes in. It's a low ball. It's a no Fulham teammate in particular. Pontian's with it now. Shin tries to take it past Greco. Couldn't do so. Cunevelis. It's not a bad opening here. Takes on the strike. Too central to Freeman Johnson, though.
Yep. Carbone receiving it on the edge of the box there, and he had time. But I think the ball just kind of stopped dead. So he wasn't able to generate the same sort of power in the strike. It's a bit better from Fulham. Kind of continuing on from the way they finished that first half.
Ball being launched in with Sigua. Couldn't get a firm touch on it. Here he is again now. Ball just bouncing about. Could be a good opportunity. Here, there's the strike! And their first goal in State League 1! A brilliant finish. Puts Pontians 1-0 up.
And it's Karapanagiotis with an absolutely fantastic finish into the bottom right corner. But that was all about Shin making the contest on the ball, winning it back for Pontians. And then from there, it's just a small layoff for Karapanagiotis. And all he needed to do was just side foot it into the bottom corner. Absolutely sensational finish and an historic moment for Pontians.
Exactly what they needed. And what a goal to make it their first as we see Fulham United make substitutions.
Robbie Saraceno straight away looking to change the game with his bench, and really That goal kind of felt like it came a little bit against the run of play. That actually might be Pontian's first
attack of the half.
First shot on target.
Well, yeah, true.
Of the game. So, and they brought on Kashindi, who is their main goal scorer, as we know from last year, but it's the other striker, Karapanagiotis.
As you said, a goal really changes things in a match. Do you imagine somehow the game can open up even more from this point after the first one's gone in?
Definitely.
Nearly at the hour mark as there's a free kick at halfway.
But the work of Hyunwoo Shin in the lead up to that goal cannot go unnoticed. Winning the ball high, really good press, just kept the attack alive.
Ball coming in, headed away, only for the time being though, still trying to deal with it, Fulham. Going out of play.
And now, Pontians have got a little bit of a spring in their step.
Free kick for Fulham.
There's a Munayuki who's come on for Fulham. So he's playing in an attacking midfield role. And Thomas Love's actually also come on set. Yeah, so it looks like Ethan Murphy has gone onto the right-hand side. Henry Filsell and Vincenzo Carbone have both come off for Fulham, replaced by Munayuki and Thomas Love. I think that's probably been born out of some of those earlier attacks in the half. Fulham not producing the quality required to finish them off. Robbie Saraceno's just thinking he needs a change up in those attacking areas.
Already a little bit of early time wasting from Pontians as well. Just delaying the throw in ever so slightly. Here is the long throw. Not the cleanest so far, but they might get a second goal at it, and they will.
I think for Pontians, it's interesting now how you manage the game. I think they've just got to keep going, keep playing, try and get a second goal. But you're 1-0 up, you're at home, it's a big night. You can start to feel like you have to protect the lead.
Long throw from Vern White. Once again, just bouncing about in the box, but Fulham deal with it. Just in a tight area, though. Needing to keep it, doing so. Greco, short amount of time in the ball. And a foul goes his way. Free kick, I should say.
No, I thought Vern White won the ball there. Probably thought they just could have kept playing, unless...
Whether it was perhaps it was one of those things where the ball was trapped and couldn't move. That's probably my guess.
Maybe he's pulled him up for playing on the ground there, potentially.
That's my guess. Fulham, though, needing to find an equaliser, happy to take anything they can. And they take this, I was going to say well, but just losing that ball in the pass there.
Yep. Munayuki, first time we've really seen him on the ball since he's come on. Again, that final pass.
Substitution being made for Pontian Eagles. Hyunwoo Shin, the one to come off, the creator for their first ever goal in State League 1.
Yeah, we won't be credited with the assist. I guess the pre-assist, if you like. But like I said, if you go and watch the goal back, that goal does not happen without his work off the ball there. You actually see some of his teammates giving him a little bit of a round of applause when he came off there. He's put in a really good shift today for Pontians. Ari Karapetsas in the game now.
Just over an hour played here at Yalumba Drive Reserve. Throw in for Pontians on that far side. Throw in comes long. Headed away. Kept in play. Not anymore, out for a throw, taken quickly. Missing it that time around. Still in play though. One back. And then lost. And again, it's that same thing we spoke about in the first half, Christian, where that ball is... Neither side are able to really keep it for a sustained period of time at points.
Which would be frustrating for the two coaches, because it's not like there's any conditions here that are playing a part in that, really. It's not like there's any rain, there's no wind. And the pitch is actually in pretty decent condition.
I was going to say, it's pretty much perfect weather for football, and it's a good pitch out there as well, as you said. As we see a Pontian's player down.
It's Mizuno. Frustrating thing for Fulham is they've made those changes, but someone like Thomas Love, for example, haven't really seen him on the ball yet.
Yeah.
So they've got to find a way to get some sustained possession here. So some sort of tension here between the players.
Of course, he does have to come off due to there being no booking. Will probably stay off momentarily due to the throw-in being right near him. Play now resuming with the Fulham throw.
I thought Camacho was going to load up for a long throw of his own.
Pritchard going long to the far right. And whether that was a cross or a shot, not sure.
That's one of those why not sort of shots from Evan Kunafelis. Or maybe it was a miss-hit cross, Seb. But ultimately, it's not the sort of thing that's going to get Fulham back in this game.
.67 minutes played now.
It's interesting. Pontians 1-0 up. Don't want to play through the press right now. They're happy to just go long.
Headed away. Then put immediately back forward. Kishindi with the touchdown. Out wide to Alex Conte. Needs to take on his man. Cuts back by one. And then losing the ball. Keeping it with his side though. No, he's not. Quick throw in. But just took it a bit too much in front of the told position.
Is that not a Pontian's throw in?
That's why I said it. That's what I thought.
Well, when the referee blew his whistle, I thought, he was just going to overturn it, but he just told Camacho to move back 5 yards.
Ball over the top. The flicked on header only going behind the head of Shinoya Mizuno.
Another thing as well, I'm just thinking back to the first half and those two chances that Economopoulos had, which at the time didn't seem like maybe the biggest chances, but in a game like this, which is going to be decided from the looks of it by fine margins, I think the young striker will feel that it's got to be more clinical.
Long throw coming in from Fulham there. They'll recycle the ball and put another in. It's a good ball. Across the face of goal, out for another corner.
That's a great ball by Caruso. driven low and hard across the face of the goal. Just one of those ones that's asking for a Fulham teammate to put it in.
Goal from a set piece, maybe for Fulham. Coming along, ball comes in, bouncing about, needs some sort of hit, deflected. No one really getting a clear hold on the ball until now. Out for a throw. Again, both sides just battling for the ball.
Oh.
Keeping possession momentarily and then losing it, but it's been called back. Free kick.
Like some of the touches of Munayuki. The brief time that he's been with us on the pitch. This is an interesting test of character for Pontians now. They're 1-0 up. Of course, playing in State League 1 now. Have they got the defensive resilience to withstand a bit of Fulham pressure here?
Let's see if they can defend this set piece once again. We said in that first half their weakness perhaps could be corners, but set piece possibly crucial for them. Not sure what the delay is. Starting now. Ball comes in. It's not bad. Needs some sort of header off the post. That post hit twice by both sides in this match, one in each half.
Absolutely. Francisco Greco, a superb ball in to the back post. Just put it right in that area, in between the goalkeeper and the pack of players. Camacho, looks like he just chested it goalwards there, off the outside of the post. Fulham starting to really threaten.
Karapaniotis and Mutsigwa both coming off for Pontians. Their goal scorer making way. Fine goal it was for their first ever in the second division here in South Australia.
Really, really well taken finish. Gave the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. It looks like Fulham are readying a couple of changes as well.
Goal kick goes short and then launched long. Ball lost though. Greco. Ball lost. Out wide. Conte. Able to win the ball. Can he put it in? Needs a hit! Just one. This could be it. It's a second for Pontian Eagles. That's what they needed. And now, 2 goals for them. Puts them in the driver's seat.
Well, unbelievable stuff. Just saying that Fulham looked the more likely to equalise. Similarly to when Pontian scored their first goal, Fulham had a decent period, but they've sucker punched them again. And Conte and Camacho feel he probably could have dealt with that a little bit better. Conte, just too quick, gets past him.
Exactly.
Initially cut back, and Ruggiero makes an unbelievable save on the initial attempt. And I think it's a substitute. Shaban Touma, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, who is completely unmarked, uncontested, runs in and smashes it in, and this place is well and truly alive. Yeah.
What a moment for Shaban Touma. And what a start to life in State League 1 it is for Pontian Eagles.
Well,
already showing themselves they're not going to be complete pushovers this season.
no, and you know, we spoke about the lack of chance creation from them in the first half, and really that hasn't really changed too much in the second half, but they've been clinical. They've had 2 big chances, and they've dispatched them both.
Fulham throw. They've got just under 20 minutes to try and reduce the deficit. Here comes the ball in. Won't go first time. Elects to try and find a teammate. Headed away. Might be a hit here. Deflected. Greco. Just wide. I think that might have actually been Munuyuki there, actually.
Well, a quick goal here for Fulham. The game is well and truly back on.
Here is Greco now to take the corner. Set piece has been pretty good today from him. Fulham just can't make one count.
Yep.
Ball comes in. Put away for now.
Excellent goalkeeping by Freeman Johnson. Dangerous in-swinging delivery. Good response by Fulham. Trying to get straight back on the front foot. And really, they probably have been the better side in the second half, but like we said, Pontian's clinical.
Can Fulham be the same? Ball comes in. Headed upwards, not completely away. An attempted speculative effort, but instead it's just given Fulham, Pontian, the free rein to attack. Here's Jeremiah Kishindi. Defended well. He just unable to make inroads going forward. Fulham, though, needing some inspiration. Could this be it? Economopoulos intercepted by Ross Hatzig.
I think it's Ethan Murphy there. Thomas Lovett actually made a great run. Not sure if you saw him. But Daniel Pritchard there with a speculative attempt.
Greco dispossessed on that far side.
Fortunately for him, I don't think he got even close to making contact on that one.
Ball comes in. Looking for a head. Only put down. Needs to be cleared away more firmly. Still only up in the air at the moment. Headed back in. Might just need a hit here. Good defensive work there. Just getting his body in the way. Although might have injured himself in the process. He's slow to get back up as Fulham look to mount another attack. Ball comes in. And well done by Freeman Johnson.
Well, this second goal has really sparked this game into life, and Fulham are building their case for a goal here, big time. Looks like Mizuno, it's actually the second time in this half that he's been down, getting some treatment now. This is that test for Pontians now. Protect their goal. Probably just going to have to withstand a bit of pressure. Fulham are coming.
They've got 50 minutes to try and, well, get at least 2 goals to try and get a point out of this. But Pontian, just full of life.
They are.
Really exciting football.
I mean, that didn't mention, but Caruso there, that block by Mizuno, that's the kind of desperation that you need when you're 2-0 up, just to make sure of the result.
Free kick for Fulham.
Thought maybe the ball was won there, but Fulham won't care.
Ball to live out to the left. Too much on it, though. Pontian's throw.
Well, it's been 2 things for Fulham, I think, in the second half. I think they just haven't had enough quality in the final third to make their promising attacks actually count.
Late challenge in there from Conte.
What's a Fulham free kick? Sorry, the referee initially was pointing that way. Confused me.
Greco over this one again. Left-footed in-swinger. Not one of his better ones.
Maybe a bit too much of an in-swinger.
Kishindi, though, himself with a late challenge. Conceding a free kick. Been a few of those from Pontians in these last few minutes.
Well,
just unnecessary.
Yeah, and you're right. And when you're 2-0 up, giving away cheap free kicks is not the way to go about it. We've already seen on a few of these crosses, particularly with someone like Greco, Fulham have been a threat.
Another free kick. Ball delivered in. Headed only upwards. Cleared away by Conte. Kashindi looking to pounce. Unable to. Greco. Flicked on header. It's not bad. Ball coming in. Flicked in front. Could this be an opportunity for Fulham? Saved by Johnson. And then a second hit. Johnson again. And after not having to do too much in this second half, Freeman Johnson coming up clutch.
Superb. I mean, both efforts were hit straight at him, but you've got to make sure of it. Freeman Johnson, when he's been called upon, has been great. Fulham, they've had moments where they haven't had the end product, and then when they have had the end product and created something of significance, Pontians, either with a last-ditch block or a save.
Corner comes in. Again, just bouncing about. Should be cleared away, though, easily enough.
Once again, throwing themselves in front of the ball, protecting their goal. Working really hard now.
Ruggiero putting the ball far wide left, and much to the amusement of the home fans, it goes out of play.
I don't want to be too old-fashioned, but I almost feel at this time of the game, when you're 2-0 down, just go direct. Go central, try and win the flick on. It's actually caused some issues for Pontians. Some of these longer balls in the second half.
Ball cleared forward and then return serve.
But the desperation that they're showing has been fantastic, the home side.
Greco. He thought maybe for a second there. Murphy just putting a ball into the box. No one's there. Freeman Johnson, easy enough for him.
Oh, he's a character, isn't he? Full of confidence, Freeman Johnson.
Unable to keep that ball in play, though. Fulham happy to oblige with the throw. 10 minutes left.
You still feel like it's not safe yet, is it?
No.
Just one goal could change this.
This could be it. Fulham looking to try and mount one more attack. And the ball going to the far post. No one there, though.
That's
cross from Manyuki, just unable to reach a player.
Manyuki, that's got to go low and hard towards the near post, I think. Not too sure what he saw there.
And like with those balls, they almost create chaos at points when you just have it low and hard.
Absolutely, absolutely. Get a ricochet off a defender.
And chaos is probably the theme of this game so far, to be honest.
Definitely. I don't think Jim Karatzis will be looking at this and thinking this is necessarily the football Pontian want to play.
It's football I like to watch, though.
But,
I must say.
But you know, when you're coming up as a promoted side, you do have to adapt sometimes, right? You do have to sometimes adapt your style, play a little bit differently to get results.
Conte, I think, trying to go through the legs twice, unable to do so. Ball over the top will be kept in play. Caruso on the left wing. Ball in low, out for a corner.
Again, just that lack of end product for Fulham. Ethan Murphy was completely unmarked on the edge of the box there.
Corner to come. Back post, headed away. And over the fence even.
Probably going to start to see Pontians manage the clock soon. I'm sure Fulham will be hoping that the referee gets on top of any time wasting, potential time wasting. But I think the way we saw Pontians approach the first half was more what they want to try and do without creating too many substantial chances. I think they want to keep the ball and actually play on the front foot. In this second half, they've had to definitely defend more, but they've been clinical. And when you're moving up a division, taking chances becomes far more important.
The clock very much running out for Fulham United. course, Ortelli for them, most certainly not the start to the season they would have wanted. You'd imagine when most teams are sort of drawn that newly promoted side, they'd imagine it's probably an easier fixture for them, but as they're clearly seeing now, Pontians are absolutely a threat going forward. You've seen it for the likes of, I guess, mainly Cove over the weekend. They struggled against Sturt, but Pontian are certainly a different kind of side to them, clearly.
Definitely. They've shown some real character today. And just a quick one on Mizuno, who I think has been superb in the second half for Pontians. But some of these passes that he's been given out to Conte on this right-hand side, straight to his feet in front of him, so he can drive with the ball straight away. Little stuff like that which makes a difference at this level.
Long throw to come once again from Pontian. Headed away. Touchdown. Possession lost though. Falls back out wide to Vern White. Still with the ball. Tries just put in that low and hard ball we were talking about earlier, that Vern White just trying to use his body.
So strong on the ball, isn't he, Vern White?
Happy to have it in the corner, still with about 6 minutes left of normal time to go, and he's fighting off 3 players.
I'm not sure if this one's by design, but...
Losing the ball out now, though. Here come Fulham. Ball over the top. Might just fall. No. Murphy was the one perhaps looking for it.
Luke Fusco's also come on for Fulham. Another attacker, of course.
Ball comes in. Could this be something for Fulham? It's almost those second balls from those crosses in or set pieces that they're just not getting. They're probably the right opportunity for them, but they just can't get on the end of them, really.
They're not, but also Pontians know how big this is, right? They know if they can start with a win at home against probably a more established team in this division in Fulham, it just holds them in really good stead for the rest of the season. They've got a good crowd out supporting them too. They're defending desperately. They really want these 3 points. You can feel it. Which every team wants the 3 points every week, but particularly tonight, it's got that aura, I guess, about their performance at the moment.
Well, even I recall from last season, Pontian being a very hard place for teams to come away to, and for the time being, it seems to almost the fact remaining.
I mean, last year they were in State League 2, so you didn't have the fence, so it was almost
Yeah,
even more intimidating because the fans are closer. But still, I feel like, even with the fence, you've got everyone around the pitch. Just makes it feel like the opposition players have the fans kind of on top of them a little bit, particularly on the right side of us, where most of the people are sitting.
Not bad footwork there. Well-timed header there, though.
It's a poor ball, though.
Conte doing well just to get in the way of that ball and winning the ball back. Losing it there, though. Greco. Camacho. Putting a ball in. Headed away once again. Here is Shaban Tuma, the goal scorer. Ball forward for Kashindi. Top goal scorer last season in State League 2. Yet
stumbling and fumbling for about 5 seconds there, Kashindi.
Almost lost the ball underneath him.
Probably a little bit frustrated there, because if he was able to get himself under control, maybe square up the defender one-on-one. What's going to happen when you're 2-0 down? Fulham going for it. They're going to leave space in behind them now.
Nice touches there. Couldn't keep it with his side, though. And like you said, these fans are more than happy to get on top of every single little mistake that Fulham are going to make.
Remember last year, the game against Vista, Pontians, as we just see this attack play out.
Just battling for it there. A slight rugby tackle, but Fulham have the advantage. Ball comes in. Should be an easy hit. And he skied it.
Well said. That sums up the night for Fulham. Unfortunately, it's been a little bit of close but no cigar in the second half. And then they've just been ruthlessly punished at the other end. And that one there, Ethan Murphy, who I actually think has had a really good second half, particularly once he's been moved to the right-hand side. It was a really good cutback to find Minayuki, and he just snatches at it. Probably had time to take a touch there. Pitch does have some slight bumps on it, so of course the ball could bobble.
Freeman Johnson going long. Not long left, only about 2 minutes for Fulham to try to get some sort of maybe even consolation at this point. As they're offside there, really not what they needed.
Yeah, you feel like it's slowly starting to fizzle out now. That wave of pressure Fulham had for a good 10 minutes there. But on the crowd, like I was saying before, I was here, of course, when Pontians got promoted against Maury Vista. And without the fence they had, obviously behind the goal to our right, you've got another goal, and you often see a lot of their juniors who are here on the game day mucking around during the game with the goal, and they all just ran when there was, I think it was 3-1, the decisive third goal.
Good challenge in there.
That's brilliant by Mizuno, absolutely brilliant.
Just missing that one there and just going out for a goal kick. You think that's pretty much almost it for Fulham?
It definitely feels like it. If any player in this second half has embodied the spirit and the real desire to get this win for Pontians today, it's Mizuno. He is, I mean, that tackle just summed it up. Absolutely no quarter given. Looks like Rocco Caruso's having some...
Bit of offers there between Rocco Caruso.
First he was having some words with a couple of supporters to our left, and then he's having some afters with Fergus Schumacher there.
Freeman Johnson going long once again. Chested down. Caruso showing off what he can do. Poor touch there. Intercepted. Could Conte get on the end of it? No, not yet. Into additional time now. First minute, post 90. Here's Greco. Could there be a late goal for Fulham?
It's got to be now.
Ball comes in. Headed away. Again, a diving in challenge there. Conte. Furthest forward for Pontian. Losing out the ball. Far side now. And another great challenge. And I say these are desperate challenges in a nice way. They're perfect almost. And then again, ball comes in and it's entirely overcooked. Still with the ball though, trying to create something and then almost losing it out completely.
I was going to say, I'm not sure if it's coming through on the broadcast, but these Pontians fans are absolutely loving this. Starting to really get into the game now.
Greco, ball over the top, intercepted once again by Mizuno. Into the second minute of additional time.
Might have to be player of the match for Mizuno.
Can Fulham create anything in these dying moments? Sliding challenge in there. Onside. Low ball in. Needs a hit. Wide. Quiet shouts of a penalty, but most definitely not heated. Going again. Munyuki. Shot from range.
Ooh.
Deflected. Johnson a capture. But play will be stopped.
Yep.
Due to player on the ground.
Hatsi just copping one. Munayuki there was given plenty of time on the ball, and I think once he saw that no one was going to make a run for him, he just thought, all right, well, might as well just have a go myself. Yep, all about just managing the clock now for Pontians.
Freeman Johnson with the throw. Oh, he tricked me there. Kicked it long. Missing the header there. Pritchard. Kishindi. Shot goes wide.
Well, that would have been the icing on a delicious cake. Kashindi scored a wonder goal there.
Ball just drifting wide and out of play. What have you made of the game as we get into these closing stages as a whole, Christian?
Well, I think the first half was a bit of an arm wrestle when we compare it to the second half. And I think Fulham have actually played, as we just see this cross. Freeman Johnson going to take as much time as he wants here. I think Fulham in the second half have definitely played better and they've created more. But ultimately, this game's just come down to who's taken their chances. And Pontians have not had too many across the 90, but they've scored 2 really good goals. And Fulham just haven't taken their chances and they haven't made the most of their possession, particularly in the second half. But I don't think it's a result for Fulham that you would panic or be concerned about. And for Pontians, a win like this, you know that you belong in this division.
This match, slowly but surely, very much just petering out here at Yalumba Drive Reserve. As Pontian Eagles look to secure a first ever win in their first ever match in State League 1 against Fulham United. Unless either side can create one thing more. He's just fallen on the ball there. I'm not quite sure what actually happened there.
I think it's a cramp. Just pulled up. Doesn't look like he's pulled anything. Probably would have been reacting a little bit more than that. Just some cramp. I mean, round 1, isn't it? Some of these guys, match sharpness probably isn't at its best yet.
Well, next week for Pontian, they've got a real big challenge in West Adelaide. Looks to be one of the strongest sides in State League 1 this season. And then Fulham at home to Cobras. But that game for Pontians will sure to be a big one for them against a West Adelaide side who look very, very strong for a State League 1 team.
Absolutely, on paper, yep. And it's a real contrast there, isn't it? Because you've got West Adelaide with some big names for this division and I guess the bling ready to go back up to the NPL, and then you've got Pontians who have just come up and have just had this big result now. Going to go there with no fear.
Fulham, ball comes in, headed over the goal.
So you said that was at West Adelaide?
Yes, at Kilburn.
Yep.
And then Fulham at home to Cobras as well.
And dare I say, I think you would see a few of these supporters that have come here tonight will definitely be out there at Kilburn next week. Well, this week, technically.
Yeah.
Just seeing for the viewers wondering. Rocco Caruso still getting some medical attention here. The near touchline.
Game into the 7th minute now of additional time. Pontian perhaps just looking to add on one more, if so. Won't get the opportunity this time around, though.
I don't think it's that important, but where's the 7 minutes come from? That's that's a bit extravagant.
Well, the first half, I think, as well, had 5 minutes as well. So.
Okay.
Ball over the top. It's not a bad one. Goes first time. Offside, but still saved very well by Freeman Johnson.
Yeah, just went a little too early. Pontians have actually, one of the underrated parts of this second half has been their defensive line. They've been holding it a little bit higher at times when Fulham have broken in transition, and they've actually been able to catch them offside quite a few times.
Rocco Caruso coming back on the foot of play. Not sure how much longer, though, he'll be needed.
Yeah.
As we enter the 8th minute of additional time.
Well, glad that he's, he's all good and there was nothing more serious there. Just cramp.
Ball comes down. Still we play on. Referee with the whistle to his mouth puts an end to this first ever match here in State League 1 at Yalumba Drive Reserve, which ends in a 2-0 win for the home side. And a very well-deserved win in the end.
Yes. Yes, I think at the end of the day, you can create more chances in a football match like Fulham did today, particularly in that second half. But if you don't take them, you don't deserve to win. And I think that's going to be the message probably from Robbie Saraceno to his team after this one. But really, this is a night which was about Pontians coming in, and it's ended up being about them, because you just saw at full time the kind of roar around this ground here. This is a massive, massive result for this football club. In the end, we're looking at the shot count right now. Fulham almost triple the amount of shots, almost triple the amount of shots on target. But again, if you don't finish your dinner, you're going to come up empty-handed, and I think that's really the story of the game. But Pontian's also scored 2 excellent goals. Their defensive resilience and the buy-in that they had defensively, desperation, last-ditch tackles, blocks, excellent performance in goals as well by Freeman Johnson. That just really helped them also see out that 2-0 lead.
Very, very entertaining and fun match to watch here tonight. Home side come out the winners. Christian, thanks so much for joining me here tonight. It's been a pleasure having you alongside me.
No worries, Seb. It is a bit of a drive for me to come all the way up north, as you know, but it was worth it. We've just seen, a really, really historic, important win for this football club, and actually that second half was a good watch.
Far for you, but close to me. That's what makes us good friends, Christian. Full-time here at Yalumba Drive Reserve.
Whatever you say, I guess.
Full-time here at Yalumba Drive Reserve. Final score, Pontian Eagles 2, Fulham United 0.